All right, guys, we're out here. Last stop, number 6 at LOZ Sports Training Center here at Lake of the Ozarks. I'm with Brock and Benji. We're getting ready to get started. Stay tuned.
Hard as he can, right? So what do you guys just be up there anticipating? Well, always, first of all, but specifically in that environment. Fastball. Take that away, right? You guys can adjust to the other stuff, but if you're trying to sit on Chris's slider the whole time, good luck getting to the fastball at your head.
How deep are you?
In terms of how many pitchers I have?
Yeah.
Man. I'm here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I probably got about 5 to 10 a day. A lot of them, my big thing, I have a lot more youth baseball players, but for high school kids, I probably got about 10 regulars that come in, and I have them all programmed up. They know what they're doing that day.
How many deep are you on this team?
Even if Benji calls that,
Probably five of these kids in here coming mainly for pitching lessons. A lot of them come in.
2 and 1.
Brady over there, he goes into Brock, and he's made incredible strides too. But probably about 5 or 6 of the kids here today.
No, I'm talking about the team itself. How many pitchers do you have on this particular team? Not lessons, but I'm talking about how deep are you?
Man. I'd say probably all 13 of the kids on this team, probably 12 are pitchers. Probably 12 can all pitch. I train all of them, especially on my team. I train them that they can pitch as well.
So you sometimes you get kids that are just kind of throwers, right?
Yeah, of course.
But are they legitimately can pitch?
Yes, I say on my 14U team, because I'm with them a little bit more, this is kind of their first practice in a bit. Out of the 12 kids that are on my team, 10 of them have very smart pitching minds already. And I have them all pro. The biggest thing we're working on right now, what we did yesterday at our practice was there's like a strike competition between 2 pitchers. And whoever got the most strikes out of 15 pitches won. So just kind of we're focusing more on like, hey, where we want to throw that ball now, because we built up the velocity. And now we're on like, hey, let's start getting the ball where we want it.
Give him that. Even if Benji calls that, give him that. Especially what's the count? Not 2 strikes, right? So we don't even respect that yet. You are still hunting fastball. You are still hunting something good enough. Better. Hey, a little late. You got inside that ball though, but again, continue to anticipate that so it's not a surprise.
Guys, we've been filming some great workouts here, and I got these 2 gentlemen here, Brock Heerdt, Benji. I don't know your last name, buddy.
Benji Foyle.
Benji Foyle. LOZ Training, guys. Thanks for letting us come in and stick the camera in your face.
Of course, glad to have you guys. Thank you very much.
That's the bonus. We've been talking, chatting it up. I want to ask, as we start, how'd you guys get started doing this?
So actually my family moved out here probably 8 or 9 years ago now, and I was still coaching high school baseball and doing college summer ball back home.
Where's back home?
Los Angeles. So back in Los Angeles, specifically at that point it was Simi Valley. And I'd come out here to visit them from time to time, and there's a rundown batting cage down on the strip, and I went by that and I just said, wow, well, yeah, hey, Mom, it'd be awesome to come out here and move back and be with the family again, but I don't know if there's baseball out here or not. Ultimately, things ran its course, and I was starting to get a little homesick from the family, being able to see them once a year. Moved out here with the intention of being able to do something like this, just because from the 6 or 7 visits I had, anybody I would talk to was always talking about, we don't have enough stuff in the area for youth. And then they would specifically after that go to sports. Now, my passion is investing in kids. Baseball and softball is the best way and the easiest way that I know how. Ultimately got on with Ballparks National, and that kind of grew into this and took off so much quicker than we could have ever anticipated.
Well,
really.
it's interesting, as you talk about that, Lake of the Ozarks, it's a tourist town,
Yeah.
right? Even the towns around it, it's kind of built off the tourist stuff. So does really anybody think of that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and that was one thing we saw whenever I started, being up at BPN, we would have some local-ish area teams come up to tournaments, but anytime I would talk to kids, or especially the higher level or the older kids, it was always, we've got to travel to Springfield or Columbia or Kansas City or Jeff City to go play ball, and I'm sitting there going, this is the Lake of the Ozarks. If anything, kids should be coming here to play, not you guys going out. So, yeah, that was something that always kind of boggled my mind, and saw a need and had the passion and wanted to fill it.
Benji, when did you start with the program?
So I was Brock was my high school coach and for 3 years in California, and then he sent me to Arizona Christian to go play baseball. So I played there for about 4 years, and then was kind of just didn't know really what I wanted to do yet, and so he convinced me to come out here in the summer.
You're a good salesman.
Got
bro.
him during the summertime
summer.
when everybody's on the lake and everything.
And I fell in love with it. I liked how just the community aspect of it was what I was kind of looking for, because I was living in Phoenix, and big cities, it's hard to get into that community. And so,
Yes, it is.
again, he had me come out in the summer, and then I went back to Arizona for a little bit, and I moved back out here in November of 2021. First time I saw snowfall in my life. I still do not like it. It's too cold sometimes.
No, I don't either. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
We were mid 20s and 30s out there doing snow angels, because growing up we
Yeah.
had never seen
never
snowfall
got to
before.
You
do
maybe do a sand angel.
Yeah, we had never seen snow before, actually fall before,
Yeah.
so that was crazy.
But he got me to come out here, and I'd worked with my college pitchers before, and I knew how to speak their lingo. They convinced me to come out here and realize, hey, I have to change what I need to do to help out the youth kids and stuff. And that kind of became a passion of mine now. Never thought it would, honestly, but now working with the kids is what I love to do. It's what I want to do as long as I can do it. So that's kind of how I got into it, is just honestly kind of just him just convincing me to come out here, and there was a need for youth development and high school development and all that stuff. So, yeah.
There you go. Fun fact, I gotta say this because you mentioned Arizona, California. Hadn't seen 1990, December 1990 in Mesa, Arizona.
Oh, wow.
There was snowfall. It was
Yeah.
it was raining. It basically rained, but it was snowflakes in Mesa, Arizona. It was
my goodness.
I'd never seen it was crazy.
You just missed it.
I just missed it. Apparently, it did snow out in Tucson this winter, but
Uh-huh.
I don't understand how that works.
Every now and again, you get those freak
Yeah.
things that happen.
Those
right?
random desert things. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. High desert. you
Oh
know?
yeah. Oh, the high desert's awesome. I
Yeah.
love that part.
Yeah, down south, Sierra Vista,
Oh, really?
Cochise,
Okay, Cochise.
Yeah,
All right.
Cochise County,
Yeah.
all down through there.
I'll go
Heck
through
yeah,
there.
dude, I'm very much about all that area.
Uh-huh.
That's where I grew up, all from Southern California out in Arizona. Yep. Chandler High School.
Chandler High School. Okay.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
know that one.
You know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Had some buddies go through there.
Yeah,
Pretty
they're
solid
pretty good.
program there.
Yep. So, I'm an old guy though. That's back in the '80s, bro. Yeah. So, there you go, guys. Talk a little bit about the program now at this point. How is it taking shape?
Still nowhere close to really what our ultimate and end goal is. But but the baby steps that we've taken to get to this point so far have all really been in the right direction. So one thing that we kind of always talk about is we want to be in the habit, the business of creating more opportunities rather than eliminating them. While we want to provide a space for elite athletes to continue to grow instead of driving an hour and a half and 2 hours to find those locations, we also fully understand that the only way to continue getting those kids is having them in when they're 6, 7, 8, 9, and being able to get to those kids. And even in that, sports are a large part of a kid's childhood, so we have a lot of responsibility in that. So whether you want to go play high school baseball or college baseball or professional baseball or not, there's a place for you here. We have 12 or 13 teams this year, and they're not all AAA major teams. There are the definition basically of rec level teams. They're just a little bit more organized, and we'll be playing in some tournaments. There are some higher level teams on it as well, but it was a lot of, we want to try to create as many opportunities as possible. We want to try to get as many like-minded individuals in here as possible to be able to influence those kids. Because we want to ultimately work with coaches as well as the kids. We want to put on coaches clinics and stuff like that, so that the dads or the individuals that really want to invest in the kids are doing so, but they feel like they also have the knowledge, they have the weapons to be able to go and do that. Because we do have, especially in this area, we've noticed there is a lot of dad ball.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. There's a place for that. Absolutely. It doesn't always necessarily have to be daddy ball. We've got a couple dads in our program that are phenomenal coaches.
And I think that's a great point, because we've talked about this recently on our show. Dad coaches. We did a dad coaches clinic. I had some of the best coaches in this state doing this clinic to talk to dads about these things. It's one thing, and it's like you said, with a dad, it's just sometimes they don't have the knowledge.
Yeah.
It's not, if you've got a dad and he's invested, that's what you want, right?
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be dad ball. It's, hey, he is a dad who coaches. So
right.
It has, and honestly, growing up, I had a negative connotation of dad ball, daddy ball in my head as well, but I've got a son now who's playing on our 9U team, and if I coach him, is that now daddy ball? So if we have,
as long as he
doesn't play shortstop, but it's being able to equip them, because there are a lot of the dads that they want to invest, they want to be in this kid's life, they want to help coach.
Right.
Let's give them the knowledge and information that they need.
I agree. We can't, and Benji,
sorry about that.
You're dealing. You talked over there when we were talking about stuff, talking a lot about the youth side,
Yes.
and whatnot. You've got to have those dads invested, don't you?
I actually just had a dad come in yesterday. His kid signed up for a private lesson, and he always messages me on the new drill that he found, right? So, but I just told him, hey, next time he comes in, just have him come or sit in with me, and I'll tell you the why we want to do this stuff. And seeing that, how he wants to be more intentional with the kids, that's a beautiful thing to see, especially in the area that there's coaches that want to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So, but having, maybe setting up a coaches clinic for all the dads out here in our program, that would be awesome. Just figuring out the why we do it here.
Because one thing we had talked about was that, when YouTube and these different platforms came around, one of the good things was that anybody could now have access to good coaching or good tutorials.
Yeah.
However, with that platform, that gives everybody a platform, and not all of it is good. So being able to have those people that come in and they want to ask questions. They don't just want to go down some rabbit hole on YouTube, and they've got themselves in something funky now.
Well, you've got so many, and I think that's a great thought process. We're turning this into a little bit of a podcast. I like that personally. The philosophical difference is, as you talk about YouTube, maybe a good coach, but you guys, this is our approach. As you said, we want to approach it in this fashion, and the language has to, and when you have a dad at home with the kid, the language has to be the same, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yes. I can't tell a dad who's coaching youth kids the lingo that I know. Something that I really had to learn was dumbing it down for the kids instead of talking about supination, pronation, all those.
Yeah.
random
He was
words
very
like
good
that.
at teaching
I
the
was
older
very good at
kids
that.
at first, but the younger kids was here at first. But
An 8-year-old doesn't.
An 8-year-old's not gonna understand it. So
I can't even say supination, coach.
So the big thing I just had to learn was like, hey, how do I still apply those, but in a dumber way, so to speak? And
how do you make it sound like SpongeBob?
Yeah, how do you make it sound like SpongeBob?
And listen, I understand that because my son, when we started playing, I was coaching, and we did, but he said, I want to pitch. Well, I didn't pitch, for one, and, my knowledge of things only went so far, and I'm like, if you want to pitch, we're going to get lessons. So I found and that was the thing, and I thought it was interesting, you have, and the gentleman that was an instructor, he had been in the minors, he, had his own program and things like that, and it was so funny. He's 6'3", and here's Justin at 8, he's like this, and the thing of it was, just to your point, Drew Prater, he did that. He talked at their level, he understood, he knew exactly, and it worked. And I think it is a different. You can talk to that 8-year-old like you're talking to that 15-year-old.
Exactly. That was a good challenge for me. But now all I find myself is like listening to youth sports podcasts, is seeing what works, and how can I apply it to now my kids.
Absolutely. The future of the program, what do you guys think here?
So here in May and June, we are actually leaving this facility. We're currently in the process of building our next one that will be, I believe it's going to be about 4 or 5 times the size of this one. More tunnels, open room for actual fielding lessons and stuff like that. The ability to work out and do strength and agility training, speed and agility training. And we just want to continue growing. We've, like we said earlier, in the business of trying to create as many opportunities as possible. When we grew to 12 teams this year, I was ecstatic, and I was a little worried, are there going to be levels that we can't fill? And, we did tryouts last July for all of them. Well, now we're a month away from the season starting, and in the last 2 weeks, probably have another 20 people that have reached out trying to play. So it shows that there are still more people hungry for more baseball, for more softball, and trying to get as many individuals as want to invest in these kids in here as possible, and to continue to grow it, regardless of whatever the talent level or skill level is. Being able to give them the best access to it as possible. So we hope to continue growing that. To continue adding on to our technology here, not just utilizing Rapsodo, but hopefully being able to do the pitch logic, the hit tracks, so that those elite athletes, those next level athletes, have the tools, the information, the numbers necessary to help them, and just continue to make the game fun and reach as many kids as we possibly can. We're actually doing a free camp for Osage Parks and Rec this year. We're going to be doing a free camp, hopefully, for Camdenton Parks and Rec and a couple more towns outside of that, just to, again, grow access to it. I personally, I'd like to come up with a sort of scholarship or foundation ultimately, so that there is access to lessons and to our club, regardless of finances. I personally don't think finances should determine the level of baseball you get to play. I know for me personally, that wasn't the case. Luckily, I had a lot of people that were, hey, come in today, we'll give you a free lesson, or we can do it on this. I had a lot of people that were willing to invest in me early on, and ultimately I want to be able to do that for not even just necessarily the lake area, great place to start, but be able to get those same kids from the kind of bordering towns and neighborhoods out here.
Okay. Guys, it looks like you got a great start.
Thank you.
Appreciate you letting us come in and do this. Definitely want to come back. We're going to get you on the show, talk some shop.
Perfect. And then we got to get you guys over at the new facility. It's going to be beautiful.
Absolutely.
That's going to be awesome.
We're going to be down here at Ballparks National with Game 7. So I know we'll be here for the state championships they're rolling.
Good. We'll be playing in that, actually.
Yep. So there you go. And so we'll definitely be seeing you around.
Awesome.
Outstanding. Bro,
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. Absolutely.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate
it. Thanks, folks.
know he's a trader. Still my guy.
A traitor.
Yeah, he's playing with the U.S. Nationals this year.
Who is?
Which one? What facility?
We're out of. Are you a big hitter? Are you a big hitter?
So, guys, look, Dave's looking up some questions here. How many of you guys are Cardinal fans? Oh, there's a lot of boos there. They're like a minor league team. Did you hear that?
I got a lot of Royals fans on this.
Royals?
Yeah.
Royals fans? Okay, let me shift gears then. All right.
I didn't know there was more than 3 of them out here, but
More than 3 of them out here. So, Royals, huh?
they all play
Royals.
MLB The Show, so you can get them with everything. They play enough video games. They should know.
So I got one to start with
There
here.
you go. See?
What was the first year the Royals won the World Series? Oh,
The Royals fans don't even know?
you guys don't know
I know
that?
they won one. I don't know if
Chris?
they was it 85?
Was it 85, Dave?
I thought 15 was one.
Beat the shit out of me. I don't know.
Dude, we're live.
We're live.
Cut. You're correct. 1985. Don, that's the big one with Joaquin Andujar, the missed call. Cardinals lost it because, and you guys don't remember that one?
Donnie?
Don Dinkinger blew the call at first base. He's correct. 1985. Good job,
Listen to this
Chris.
one, Brian. Are we hot and ready on this one?
Oh, we've been hot. We even got the.
We gotta bleep that.
All right,
Ain't
all
no
right,
big
Dave.
deal.
Okay,
I have
I'm
a
with
lot
you,
of
Dave.
confidence in you.
I got you, buddy.
Okay, along the lines of that last question, you're gonna love this one, Dave.
Yeah, I know I am.
We're gonna get some sponsors.
What color do the Royals
advertisement
wear,
on this.
right?
Who was the winning pitcher in Game 7 of the 1985 World Series? Just think he's the most famous
Brock
one.
Heardt.
Racer, who was it?
What he said, right?
You got it.
Brett Saberhagen. Go right there. Is it Josh, right? Oh, sweet, man. So we got 2. Chris got one. Josh got one.
Here we go. There was 2 coaches that I know that coached the Cardinals and the Royals, the managers. Name them both.
I know one of them. And I know 2 of them. I know them both. That was a catcher. And
Oh, this is for the kids,
Two
Benji.
guys.
Come on now, bro. Don't help them.
Benji wants some baseball cards.
Yeah, yeah.
managed the Royals and the Cardinals. There's 2 guys. One of them played catcher for the Cardinals.
Benji already said it.
I think I know one is Whitey Herzog.
You got it.
Got it. There's
One.
one.
Who's the other?
What he said.
What he said.
Did he say Mike Matheny?
There you
There you
go.
go.
There it is.
Ding, ding, ding.
You guys got to get into your history a little bit more on the baseball side, fellas. All right. Any more? All right. Here's an easy one for some of you guys. Now, don't just blurt it out. All right. Raise your hand. What's the name of Royal Stadium? Who's named that?
You gotta raise your hand.
They don't take instruction well, Coach.
No, they do not.
Right there, bud. Kauffman Stadium. See, he raised his hand.
You have to be very loud and forceful.
Anything else, guys?
Yeah, I got a real easy layup for him.
All right.
What Royal led the AL for batting average in 1976, 1980, and 1990?
Oh, that's easy.
Look at the TV. You guys are pretty sharp, let me tell you.
You got this.
All right. Chris and Josh got T-shirts. Guys, say hi to Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, come on. Say hi to Mom.
Maury, say hi.
See you guys.
A lot of personality. A lot of personality in this team.
I did.